This is my local Walmart in Silsbee, Texas, and they finally got fidget spinners in. As you can see, the rack is pretty much wiped out, but they do also have the fidget cubes. They're $4.97 a piece. Doesn't matter if you want a cube or a spinner. And I just happened to get the very last one. Somebody put it on the shelf someplace and set it down, and one of the staff here was kind enough to point it out to me and let me have this one. So I want to take this one home and unbox it and let you know how it works. And I'll talk to you later.
Hey guys, coming at you as kind of a follow-up from my little trip to the Super Walmart in Silsbee, Texas, where I did get the last fidget spinner they had on the shelf. I was going to try to do a unboxing and spinner review in the parking lot, but it is around 11 p.m. Central Standard Time right now, so all there was the parking lot lights, and it was pretty dark out there, and I didn't want to trust my camera's ability to film in that low light. So I thought I would bring these home and do a unboxing here where I know I got plenty of light, and hopefully things will turn out better than in the parking lot. Yeah, I was really surprised. They did arrive just yesterday in Silsbee, Texas, and I missed out by that much on getting one in my hometown of Vidor, Texas. They'd already sold out by the time I got there last night. I didn't know they had them yet. I just happened to ask about them, and because you may have seen my other review for Zag Toys, they're also going to be sending them to the Vidor Walmart, or not the Vidor Walmart, but all the Walmarts probably. They're going to be sending out 6 different colors, and I have my review video for them, and also they'll be the spinners I'm giving away this week. Friday night will be the last day for the contest, and I'll be drawing the winner sometime after midnight on Saturday morning, and sending out a notice to the winner. So yeah, this is kind of difficult to do because I'm using my tablet up here that you can see my face on, and I'm using my smartphone for the camera to show the spinner. I'm trying something new, a new setup, so forgive me if this looks really bad or out of focus. I can't really, I'm looking down at the smartphone on a little tripod, trying to keep everything in focus and everything in camera. But the kind of funny thing is, in the Vidor Walmart, the display that I showed in the first of this video, where I first kicked it off, they actually put it in the beer aisle. I don't know why they put the fidget cubes and the spinners on the beer aisle. I would think that it would make more sense to put it in toys or to put it over next to the cash registers, but they didn't do that. So let's unbox this sucker. You're seeing it for the first time just like me. I did not open it up in the parking lot, so let's see if I can get this in. There it is. I'm trying to get it in camera, and hopefully with enough light. I may have to fiddle with the light source to get more light down low under the camera. I mean under the phone here, because the phone is blocking. It's got a shadow probably. So let's see. I don't know if you've seen these yet. This is a little. It's actually a headphone case, but they have been repurposed to hold fidget spinners. So yeah, that's what I carry mine around in. It's got a little mesh thing on one side. You can put your spinners or something else in there, like this little device, and on the other side you can put your other spinner, and it's big enough to hold a full-size tri-spinner as well. So let me show you it with the Walmart. See, it does fit in there, so you can actually put 2 in this one little case. So that's something new that I just discovered recently. So let me get that out of the way, and let's do a little spin test. This says Vibe is the brand name. I'm going to get over here in the camera. Vibe. So I saw another review for another Walmart spinner, and his was not like this. It did not come in a box like this. It was actually just a box of spinners loose on the shelf, and just had a barcode sticker over one of the lobes. So I don't know where all they're getting them from, but apparently they're getting them from multiple sources. From what I understood, from one article I read about Target. Target was so desperate for spinners, they just said, screw it, we're going to just fly them in from China. So they flew in a boatload from China, and they probably already sold out. Michael's, there's a store called Michael's, which is a craft store. And I was talking to a lady at the flea market, and she said that her husband worked at Michael's, and they got in 100,000 fidget spinners at the Michael's Corporation, and they sold them out in one day. So these things are a really big hit. So you can see this thing it's got a decent spin time. I mean, I wasn't prepared to time it right. You know, right now I was in a hurry to get this done because I am getting very sleepy. So you can see it does spin pretty nice. I'm going to shut up and let you hear the sound of it. It does make a little bit of noise. And as long as I'm waiting for this thing to spin down, I'm just hoping you guys would help me promote the use of fidget spinners in the classroom. And the way you can do it is by being responsible with your spinners. You know, there's 3 simple rules that I have found from talking to other teachers. Other teachers, like, well, that implies I'm a teacher. No, I'm not a teacher. 3 simple rules that I have found have been effective for teachers who are using these in the classroom to help their students who have the need to fidget and move around. And number 1, hold the spinner below the desk so that it's out of sight and no one else notices it. Number 2, don't look at the spinner. Simply spin it under the desk with one hand like this, or maybe 2 hands if you're not having to take notes. But either way, just keep it discreetly out of sight. Fiddle with it with one hand. As long as your spinner is not a loud spinner, it should not be noticed. And number 3, just look at the teacher. Pay attention to her or whatever's going on, whatever lecture you're watching, whatever you need to work on. And that way, it will be of benefit to you and for any of the students who might need to have a fidget spinner in class to be able to hold still and focus. So yeah, if you could just help me out that way and promote the responsible use for fidget spinners in the classroom. Right now it's a big controversy as to whether or not spinners are a benefit to students, and it's going to be months and months before that all falls out. And it's going to be people on both sides of the argument for all that time saying, yeah, no, they're going to, it's going to be a big fight, basically. So the more responsible you can be with your spinners at school, the better the chances are they're not going to get banned, and they're going to start allowing people to use them as a therapeutic tool, because from talking to so many teachers and talking to other kids, they really are a benefit if you are someone who cannot sit still in class. And let's see if I can get the bearings on camera here. Let's see if I can zoom in. Like I said, this is difficult because I am having to look over the top edge of my phone. So it does have steel bearings. It does have a race in it. I was watching a video today about it, how to clean your bearings. I'm always looking for another method. And he was actually taking the race out. And once you take the race out and you move all the bearings, let's get over here on one side, you can pop this race out with a pencil, not a pencil, but a small screwdriver or something like a toothpick. Pop it out and move all the bearings to one side, which sounded like really complicated to me. I didn't like the idea of taking the race out, because once you take the race out, he actually took the center part out and took all the bearings out and washed them and put them all back in. It looked really complicated to me. Not my kind of thing. So yeah, I stick to either washing my bearings in dishwashing soap and a little bit of warm water, and just spin it like this till all the soapy bubbles get in there really good and thorough. I mean, it doesn't take much, about that much time to soap this thing up, and then run it under warm water and spin it some more, and then run it under warm water and spin it some more, and that should be about it. I mean, I keep spinning it till I quit feeling the water hit the back of my hand, because it will kick up a rooster tail. And if you get it turned like this towards your body, you are going to get covered in soapy water and warm water after you go to wash it off. Let's see if I can get that back in there. And also, since I believe all my bearing washing videos were done with ceramic bearings, this one has steel bearings, so Afterwards, I would suggest putting in a drop or two of oil, just a drop or two to re-lubricate the bearings. They will probably spin just fine without lube in there, but they'll probably make a lot of noise. They'll probably make squeaks and squonks because they are going to be rubbing up against other pieces of metal, and steel tends to do that, be noisy. So adding just a drop or two of oil to it, whatever you like, 3-in-1 oil, sewing machine oil, valve oil, speed cream. There's a whole crap ton of oils out there you can add to it. Just as long as the oil is clear, thin and runny, and is not solid at room temperature, that should do the trick. And hopefully, I think I'm getting my hand off camera here too much. So, yeah, this is it's an okay spinner. It spins nicely. It is a little bit loud for my taste. It does spin really, really smooth. Not super smooth, not buttery smooth the way I like. I can feel a little bit of feedback from the bearings kind of rubbing or clacking or something. I can feel them a little bit moving in there. So let's do kind of a spin-off between, well, it's not really even a fair spin-off, but it's all I got for now. So let's do my little Laughing Walrus stainless, black stainless. And this one, see if I can zoom in a bit. Ooh, my camera's getting hot, or my phone's getting hot. And you kind of get a comparison because this one has hybrid ceramic. Hybrid ceramic bearings, or there are 188s in there. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's either stainless steel or it's hybrid ceramics in there. And this one has a 608 bearing with a stainless steel. So in a heads-up competition, it's not really fair because R188s, if these were R188 stainless steels, they would still spin longer than this one, just because the bearings in an R188 are much, much smaller, and so they have less surface area and less rolling resistance. So they're obviously going to give you a longer spin time. But this one's got a decent spin time on it, or decent spin to it. And I think I just touched it a little bit, so I kind of messed up the test there. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it since I did not give it a fair test. But you can see that this one was spinning quite a bit longer in general, just because it wasn't slowing down as fast as this one. So like I said, I did stop it because I didn't feel like it was a fair test since I did bang my finger against it. This is my first time to set up my cameras like this, so hopefully you'll forgive me. I am going to try to improve it as I go along. This was kind of impromptu. I didn't plan on doing this. But I was excited about finding these new spinners at Walmart. This just fidget spinner. So I can turn it. If I can't get it on camera, let me zoom back out. Yeah, zoom back out. And let's see if I can get it on here. So you can see the back of the box. This is going to take some getting used to these two cameras and where the lenses are on each one. Alright, well I think that's about it for now. Hopefully I will find more of these at Walmart, more brands of spinners at Walmart, and get to do a review for each one of them. And I'll talk to you later.